Here are 9 ways to use ChatGPT or any AI to build, streamline, and scale your business.
Today on the Wandering But Not Lost podcast.
Welcome to Wandering But Not Lost, your online source for finding balance so that you can align, connect, and prosper. And now your hosts, Jen O'Brien and Matt Emerson.
Welcome, everyone, to the WBNL Wandering But Not Lost podcast, where together we align, connect, and prosper. This is episode 351, and you can find all those show notes over at WBNLpodcast.com. Well, Jen O'Brien, here we are again with yet another incredible way to use ChatGPT or AI to help you out, in your business.
I am really excited about this download.
Yes, you are.
Because we had this on the agenda for a while to talk about how to leverage the power of AI in your business. And so what happened is it evolved as we started working on this episode. There were just some ideas of some prompts. And then it was like, wait a minute, what if we were helping someone that wanted to start up a business from scratch? And again, this is for any kind of business owner. We want to be able to talk to entrepreneurs, small business owners, no matter what your niche is, whether you're in the real estate profession or you're deciding just to start up, whatever, a consulting business, selling things that you make on Etsy, whatever that business is. We have 9 systems that we're going to cover today that really apply to any business. So as we're putting this together, I went into my chat and asked to help it give me an expert prompt, because the first prompts that came out weren't what I wanted. And then I had the idea, and this is what happens when you really start to work with your chat, as Matt and I have been for, a year plus now.
Long time. You
really start to realize that when you're collaborating and co-creating, it's not just get a list of things. You really are working together with the AI. So I was like, this is not resonating. This is not what I want. And then I had the idea and I went back in and said, let's do a prompt for every one of these 9 areas that is very specific, similar to how you've worked with me. So it could help someone who really doesn't know how to work with AI as much. Give them a great prompt that will walk them through the area. So whether we're talking business planning, branding, you'll see as we go through. So what we're going to do a little different today is we're going to, whether you're watching this on YouTube, you'll see the prompts. But if you're listening from one of your favorite podcast channels, we're going to actually say the prompts, because we really want to encourage you to go and get this download. I promise you, there's some area of your business. Obviously, if you're starting from scratch, you really need a lot of help. But let's really focus, too, on the people that have had a business, but maybe you never really did all these things to set your business up as a true business. Or maybe it's time to revisit it and to refine and strengthen what you're doing in your business, right? So that's what we're going to cover today. You ready to dive in?
Yeah, absolutely. Let's do it. This is exciting.
Let's start with how did they get the guide and what we're calling it.
Yeah, we are calling this guide the Conscious Business Builder Prompt Guide, because, you got to have as many things in your mouth as once, so you get a little tongue-tied. It's the expert ChatGPT prompts to streamline, scale, and align your small business. And that's a lot of words. But Jan already really pretty much told you the outcome there is just simple, easy prompts. That's the key to this whole thing, guys. These aren't hard. This isn't difficult. This is just a strategic way to actually put your words together to get a really good output, to get your business, going in the right direction.
That's right.
Anyway, you can find the guide over at WBNLcoaching.com. You just go to up to our main menu, to our download button there right at the top main menu. Click on that and you can download the guide for absolutely free.
Business Builder Prompt Guide. And here's the thing. We know the secret to AI is proper prompts.
It is proper prompts.
Detailed and expert prompts. That's how you get better, when you're clear about what it is. And sometimes you're not clear about what it is that you need to ask, especially if you're trying to put together the business systems for yourself. So this is where we're going to go through. So we're going to start, number 1, with business planning. Okay, business planning is where we all need to start, including your vision and your mission. So what I want to be able to do here is this whole area of your system is starting from the basic. Who is it that you serve? What is it that you do? All those things is really what chat can really help you with, even down to your business goals, to analyzing your competition, which is the SWOT analysis that everyone has pretty much felt understands what it is if you've done any kind of business planning. So basically, it's like having a strategic advisor in your pocket. Okay, so we're going to go through both the prompts. So we're going to start first with your brand new starting a business. So here is the prompt for brand new, and then I'll go through the prompt for your already an existing business. So this is for business planning and vision. ChatGPT, I'm starting a new business and I'd like your help developing a complete business plan. Please ask me questions one at a time to help clarify my ideas and guide the process. I want to define my vision, mission, core values, target audience, products and services, pricing, market strategy, operations, and financial goals. Let's build this step by step so it reflects my true vision and potential. Think about how powerful that is. Those are all the key areas of business planning. And there's a little bonus add-on if you want to add this. Please write in a clear, encouraging tone. Summarize each section before moving on to the next. That is a perfect example of a detailed prompt. You're telling the AI, I need you to help me with this, but I don't want to be overwhelmed. I want to go step by step, and I need you to summarize each section before we move on. And that allows you to collaborate back and forth. Very powerful. Let's look at the prompt for if you're already an existing business. ChatGPT, I already have a small business, but I'd like to refine and update my business plan to reflect my current goals, the market, and vision. Please walk me through a strategic planning process, starting with evaluating my existing mission, vision, and goals. And guess what? If you don't have those, then you could change that. Help me build that, since I never did it. Okay. Ask one question at a time. Help me assess what's working, what needs to evolve or improve, and how I can align more clearly with my purpose, values, and audience. And then the add-on can be, please include space for me to reflect on systems, team, branding, client experience, and long-term growth. Again, you're being very specific, and it's going to work as a consultant, if you will, helping you go step by step and then summarizing and giving it all back to you. So there you go. Business Planning 101 with AI.
This is awesome. And this first one already kind of threw me when I was putting, not threw me, but it told the story to me as I was putting this guide together. Because when I first was reading some of the stuff that Jen had given me some stuff, and I was putting the download, the freebie together. And I thought to myself, well, we're saying we have 18 prompts here, but really there's only 9, because you're either a new person or you're someone that's already existing. And then in the very first one, I thought to myself, well, I guess that blows that right out of the water, because if you don't have that part done, you're actually both. You know what I mean? You could be very both. So there's a very
you can blend the two, right? Yeah, so there you go.
Very good possibility that if you are an existing business owner, that you will have very much use for some of these beginner prompts that are in here as well to incorporate into your student. I thought that was kind of interesting when I was going through that. It's like, okay, plenty of prompts here for everybody. Okay, number 2 that we're going to be talking about is brand development. Your brand, is your business personality, and ChatGPT can help you create a voice and a tone guide. It can define your brand message and even draft a brand story for you if you don't have your story actually all fleshed out. It can help you align your visuals and content across all the platforms. So let's look at a couple really strong prompts for starting out the whole branding part. So for a new business starting from scratch, here's your prompt. ChatGPT, I'm starting a new business and I want to create a clear and authentic brand identity. Please guide me step by step through developing my brand voice, tone, core message, values, personality, ideal client persona, tagline, and visual inspiration. Ask me one question at a time and use my answers to build a cohesive brand guide that I can use across my website, social media, and marketing materials. And the bonus add-on here is make sure my brand feels aligned with my mission, energy, and the emotional connection I want to create with my audience. That is just so powerful. And talk about, everything you need when it comes to, developing your brand. It's all right there in that simple paragraph. So that was for if you are doing something from scratch, or someone who's been working along and doesn't really have a brand. So number 2 prompt is refining or rebranding. So here's the prompt. ChatGPT, I want to refine and strengthen my existing brand. Please help me evaluate my current brand messaging, voice, tone, and visual identity. I want to clarify what's working, what feels outdated, and how to make my brand more consistent, recognizable, and aligned with my audience and business goals. Ask me one reflective question at a time to guide this process like a brand strategist. Super powerful. A bonus add-on here is, once we've clarified everything, help me rewrite or update my brand statement, tagline, and a short brand story I can use on my website and social media. I mean, just think of where this can go if you start this process and then you start getting questions and answering the questions back. And you are really, this is where you really have that collaborative feeling with your AI, because you are, you're building something together one question at a time, one step at a time, until you really have that whole story fleshed out. And before you know it, you're going to have a really powerful message that you're going to be able to deliver to your clients.
I love it. And so once you have the first 2, especially this brand development, it all starts with your business plan, vision, mission, all that clarity. Then the brand development is a reflection of that. So important. Matt talks about this all the time. A lot of people jump into, let me pick my colors and my logo first, and they haven't done the first part, which is, who are you, who you serve, what are you all about? Then it's brand development. Now, the next couple, we're going to talk about how to take that brand, and I'm going to talk next about website copy and landing pages, okay? So everyone needs a website of some sort if you have a business. This is kind of like your brochure online, if you will. It needs to be clear, engaging, content is the key, and AI can definitely help you write your homepage, about page, everything, your landing pages, so many different things. So here's your prompts to help you if you're brand new, writing website content from scratch. Chat, I'm starting a new business and need help writing clear, authentic, engaging website copy. Please guide me section by section, starting with the homepage, and ask me one question at a time. Do you see how we're doing that? Otherwise, you'll get this whole big thing if you don't be clear with chat. It'll give you, I need answers to all these things, and that's when it becomes overwhelming. So please guide me section by section, starting with the homepage, and ask me one question at a time to learn about my brand, offerings, and audience. Now, here's what's interesting. If you follow this along, you could modify that because it already has done that. So this is a standalone prompt. If you were to just jump in with the website, you may need it to, and you hadn't done the branding. You see what I'm saying? So you could modify this. Help me write content. Well, hold on. Ask me one question at a time to learn about my brand, offerings, and audience. You could take that out if you're following this step by step, because it already did that in the last step. So help me write content for homepage, about page, list your pages, okay? Opt-in, lead magnet sections. I want the tone to feel aligned, professional, approachable. That's where you put in, what is your voice tone, okay? Add on, please write in a voice that matches my brand personality and includes suggested headlines, calls to actions, and SEO-friendly words. All right, so if you're existing, the way to go is, Chad, I'd like to refine and improve my website copy so it better reflects my brand and connects with my ideal audience. Please help me evaluate and list your pages, my homepage, about page, services, etc. Ask me one question at a time about what I want to say, how I want people to feel, and what action I want them to take. Then help me rewrite each section with stronger messaging, better clarity, and strategic calls to action. The add-on is, use my brand voice and highlight any key differentiators that make my business unique. Suggest improvements in layout, headlines, and flow where needed. So if you already have a website, you could grab the content that you have this prompt in there, and you could use, here's what I already have, help me evaluate it, let's make it better using that prompt.
I guess that's really the key here to remember is we're giving you some really basic information that's really strong, well structured, and well written for a good output. But the more you can add to this to personalize it, make it your own, is actually going to make it stronger, obviously. So don't be afraid to modify what we've already put here. So number 4 here, social media and content marketing or content strategy. So creating content doesn't have to be overwhelming if you use chat to plan your calendar, write captions, generate ideas for reels, blogs, videos, and keep your messaging consistent. So here is a prompt for someone starting from the ground up. ChatGPT, I'm launching a new business and I want to create a social media content plan that helps me connect with my ideal audience, build trust, and share my message consistently. Please ask me one question at a time about my brand, content pillars, audience, interests, and preferred platforms. Then help me create a 30-day content calendar with post ideas, suggested formats, reels, carousels, stories, etc. Anything you can, that you want to work on or you'd like to actually maybe even try in social media, and caption examples. And then the bonus add-on here is please also recommend a simple weekly rhythm I can stick to, like educational, inspirational, behind the scenes, etc. Depending upon what you want to do there, and include relevant hashtags to match my brand tone. Do you understand how powerful chat can be in the whole SEO world and online? And just the writing descriptions has become almost fun part of the process, as opposed to the hours long process that can be in the past. What a time saver it can be. So this is, I think, for social media, chat is huge. If you're streamlining, chat, I want to streamline and upgrade my social media content strategy so it better reflects my brand voice, supports my current offers, and saves me time. Help me evaluate my existing content and help me identify what's working and build a repeatable weekly content plan that includes fresh post ideas, calls to actions, and storytelling prompts. Please ask one question at a time to guide this process like a content strategist. So important, and it can really help you revamp your entire social media plan or really beef up what you already have in place. The bonus add-on here is, once we define the plan, help me repurpose longer content, blogs, podcast episodes, newsletters, etc., into bite-sized pieces for Instagram, TikTok, and LinkedIn, because that's one thing I think a lot of people miss and don't leverage, the leverage of all of the materials you already have. Try to utilize it as much as you can across all the different platforms.
All right, so number 5 is marketing and promotion. So AI can draft email marketing campaigns, promotional blurbs, write your ad copy for social media ads and beyond, special offer announcements, you name it. It's going to help you, obviously, with all your marketing and promotion. So here's the new business prompt. Chat, I'm starting a new business. I want to create, now obviously, again, they're standalone. So you modify this so it makes sense. If you're doing this in progress over a weekend or a couple days, you could jump right into chat. I want to create a simple, effective marketing plan. You don't have to say, I'm starting a new business. Okay.
Yeah, you should know by now.
Common sense, right? There's standalone prompts for each area. But as you progress, you can say, okay, great, let's go jump into now. I want to create a simple, effective marketing plan to promote my products, services online and offline, or whatever it is you do. Please guide me to step by step, ask one question at a time to understand my offers, audience, and goals, and help me create a basic 30-day marketing strategy that includes email ideas, social promotions, partnerships, lead magnets, newsletters, whatever it is you're thinking of doing. Sometimes you can say to the chat, what is it that you think I should do? And then you can decide. You work with it and go, based on everything you know so far about what we've just talked about, what are the best ways for me to get my message out? That's how you can do it. So please help me craft headlines, promotional copies, simple calls to action that match my brand tone. So if you're already existing company and you want to enhance your marketing and promotion, chat, I want to create a smarter and more consistent promotion strategy for my business. Help me plan a 90-day marketing calendar that aligns with my offers, business goals, seasons. Ask me one question at a time to clarify what I'm selling, when and where. Then help me write email promotions, launch copy, like for landing pages, ad headlines, social posts for each campaign. And the bonus is also suggest repurposing strategies in a weekly promo rhythm that keeps my business visible without burnout. So love that one.
Very good. That's very cool. So you have all your marketing done and you've got your promotion out there. Following up with leads is going to be obviously the next essential part of your business here, but it's also very time consuming. Chat can write personalized follow-up emails, sales messaging, and nurture sequences to help turn interest into revenue. So if you are a brand new startup and you're, looking to set up your systems, this is a great chat to start out. Chat, I'm starting a business. and I want to create a simple lead follow-up system that helps me connect with potential customers, build trust, and convert more leads into paying clients. Ooh, now that is a goal. Please help me write 3 follow-up emails or DMs for new leads, 1 nurturing email for someone who downloaded a free guide, and a message to offer a discovery call or product demo. Keep the tone friendly and authentic. And here is the bonus add-in here. Also suggest how I can automate these messages with a CRM or email tool that is super powerful. If you are an existing company, here is the prompt. Chat, I want to improve my lead follow-up and conversion strategy. Help me evaluate what messages I currently send, then co-create a series of high-converting touch points, a welcome message, a soft follow-up, a value-packed check-in, and a closing offer email. Please ask 1 question at a time to personalize these based on my business audience and sales goals. And the add-on here is, once we finalize the copy, help me organize it into a repeatable follow-up sequence that I can automate.
That's good right there. And that is the key, because most people will generate leads and then not have a great way to follow up and convert them. So every company needs that. That brings us to customer support and client experience. This really can make or break your brand, and AI can help you craft onboarding messages, create your FAQs for your business, service scripts, support templates, and even how to help get clients to give you reviews, for example, after they've used your services. So here's the prompt for the new business. Chat, I want to create a professional and welcoming client experience for my new business. Please help me write a client onboarding email, a welcome message with next steps, a short FAQ section that answers common questions about working with me or my business. Keep it warm, clear, and aligned with my brand voice. I'd also like a follow-up message I can send after delivering the service or product to check in, which then, of course, would lead to asking for a review. Bonus, please also suggest how I can repurpose these messages into a welcome guide or support email sequence. Very good. And if you're existing, improve my customer support and client experience. Chat, I want to improve the client experience in my business. Help me create a consistent support and communication process. It's hard to speak today. That includes onboarding email templates, check-in messages, offboarding message, and a basic knowledge base or FAQ section. Please ask me questions to understand what my clients need most and help me make everything feel personal and professional. And then once we built these pieces, help me organize them into a client flow that I can automate or delegate.
Jan just mentioned it, so let's just jump into the whole review part of this whole process here of your business. If you need more testimonials, ChatGPT can help you draft polite and effective review requests, create social posts from testimonials, and write email templates to showcase your credibility, which is really awesome. So if you're a brand new business owner, you can ask Chat, I'm starting a new business and I want to collect positive reviews and testimonials from my first few clients. Help me write a short, friendly message I can send by emailing or text asking for a review, plus a template for a Google or Yelp request. Also, please help me create 2 sample testimonial blurbs I can feature on my website or social media. And the add-on here is to please suggest how I can turn testimonials into a branded Instagram or homepage section. For existing, the prompt is, Chat, I want to create a streamline process to request, collect, and showcase client reviews. Please help me write a polite request email, follow-up message, and short script I can use in person or on Zoom. I'd also like to help rewriting raw testimonials to be more impactful and formatting them for different platforms like websites, social media, etc. So the bonus add-on prompt here is, once we've written these, please help me organize them into a repeatable review collection process I can use after every project or purchase. Sustainability, that's key.
Boy, that is a good one. And have you noticed the theme here? It's helping you create everything, but it's really about systemizing and using and leveraging the power of having a procedure in place.
That's right.
Which leads me to the final and probably most labor intensive, however, one of the most important things for your business, and that is to have internal systems and SOPs, standard operating procedures.
Right.
This is so critical. every company, if you do this, otherwise it's all up in your head and you're never going to be able to grow and basically, expand if you wanted to, because it's all up in your head. So you got to get it out of your head, get chat to help you create these systems. And that's what this particular prompt, these 2 prompts are all about. Repeatable workflows, just everything think about behind the scenes, everything that you do to run your business needs some kind of duplicatable process and an SOP. Right. So here's the first one for brand new. Chat, I'm building a new business. I want to set up internal systems to stay organized as I grow. Please help me write my first 3 standard operating procedures, SOPs, for tasks like client onboarding, content publishing, and invoicing. Ask me questions one at a time to learn how I work, then turn my answers into clear, step-by-step documents I can save and share. Bonus, help me create a simple system for organizing files, passwords, and recurring tasks. So powerful. So start with, I love this prompt for new. Just start with 3 key things, the first 3 things in your business. Then your chat will get a flow and it will encourage you to say, do you want to move on to another task that's in your internal business? What about all these other things? Or you can say, now that we've gone through this, what are other systems that I need to create an SOP for in my business based on our collaboration? Then before you know it, you can knock it out. And then you may just need to say, here's my steps. Can you put this into an organized flow and so on? And now you have help with writing your SOPs, which is a huge thing that most people never get to.
That's right.
Let's talk about all of you that don't have SOPs in place, but you've been running a business. Here's your prompt. Chat, I want to document and streamline my internal business system so I can delegate, stay consistent, and grow. Help me write or improve SOPs for the key areas of my business, such as, then you list them: client onboarding, scheduling, content creation, email marketing, and task management, whatever it is for you. Ask me questions to customize each process and format the SOPs into bullet point workflows. And the add-on here, once we've created my SOPs, help me turn them into a shareable playbook, a Notion or Google Docs system my team can use. So Notion is a project management thing a lot of people use, or personally, I think everyone pretty much uses Google Drive, which is what we do. So, and you can even connect through custom GPTs that you just have to connect to your Google and it will actually go put it there. So it's very, very powerful to just don't be overwhelmed by this. Just jump in on this particular one, and step by step over time, you will have a written SOP, an operations manual for your business, which is so powerful, because whether you're expanding, training somebody, or getting ready to sell your business, you need all that stuff in writing.
Absolutely.
So those are the 9 areas. Matt, you want to tell them again where they can go get it?
Yeah, just go over to our website at wbnlcoaching.com. Up in the top menu is a link called Downloads. Can't be more easy than that. Click on that and find the guide, download it for free. Period.
That's it. And take those prompts. We've helped you by doing the heavy lift. Then you just simply have to customize it. You'll get it. You'll be able to go in and say, this is what I do. And it's very exciting. Start from the beginning if you've never done this. And even if you're an existing business, start from the beginning and do some refinements. You'll be so pleased with the results. It'll help you stay focused, have big clarity, and maybe just get super focused and inspired on what you need to do to grow in your business and convert more sales. That's really what it's all about, right? And taking care of your customers.
Absolutely.
All right. That's it.
All right. Once again, I'm just going to say it one more time because you can't say it enough times. Go over to wbnlcoaching.com, go to our top menu to the download button, click on that, and you can download your free guide today. And you'll have it instantly, so you'll have it right in your hand there. And then if you want to get more information about this episode, go over to wbnlpodcast.com. This has been episode 351.
Thank you. Until next time.
See ya.
Align, connect, and prosper.